you could fall in there. You don't know how deep the hole goes.
Danger lurking below your feet right now in Cape Coral, where a massive sinkhole is growing tonight.
When it bleeds over into our side of the neighborhood, it's time to do something.
Plus, neighborhood beef spilling over into the streets. A woman left with this gash on her arm. We're walking you through this fight. And a suspected construction site thief hauled into questioning. What this guy did moments before being recognized by detectives in the room.
Live, the news you count on. NBC2 News at 6.
Might not be the only sinkhole. Like I said, this possibility we could be standing over one right now and you never know it.
Yikes, that's a scary feeling. A Cape Coral lot on unsteady ground. This hole might not look like much from above, but take one good look underground and shows a lot bigger problem. Thanks for counting on NBC2. I'm Brad Hamilton. That sinkhole popped up right off of Del Prado Boulevard, and neighbors are worried that it could only get bigger. NBC2's Chandler Blackman is uncovering what the city is trying to do right now to contain the hole.
Coming down Del Prado Boulevard, these barriers are difficult to miss. But what's harder to see is the deeper threat they're warning against.
And I noticed this hole in the ground by this telephone pole.
What looks like a normal hole in the ground.
That's a really big hole.
Goes deeper than you might imagine.
A sinkhole like this,
Breaking right now at 6, a car rolled over right into the woods after hitting a box truck in Naples. Take a good look at your screen right now, as this was along Golden Gate Boulevard near 21st Street Northwest. The sheriff's office said that one person was injured in the crash, and deputies are investigating what led up to this accident. NBC2 is tracking more breaking news tonight. One person was killed in an off-road accident in Punta Gorda. This happened at the Sandlot Adventure Park along Burmont Road. Florida Highway Patrol says that the driver was riding a dirt bike during the crash. Troopers are investigating what led up to this incident. Count on NBC2 to keep you up to date as soon as we uncover more information. Well, an anonymous tip landed a suspected construction site thief in a Lee County jail. Deputies say that Rashawn Hill stole a water system from a model home in Lehigh Acres. Take a good look at this surveillance picture from earlier this month as suspects and their white truck were spotted by deputies. Now, deputies were actually able to detain Hill, and get this, when Lee County detectives tried to interview Hill, he immediately asked for a lawyer because he recognized the detective from a promotional video. Hill is now facing a burglary charge. 5 children and a driver were rushed to the hospital after crashing into a guardrail on I-75 in Naples. Take a look. The front end of the car has some heavy damage. This happened near Collier Boulevard around 10:30 on Friday night. Florida Highway Patrol says that the driver lost control when the SUV blew a tire. No word on the victim's conditions tonight. A driver had to be pulled from a car after slamming into a palm tree along Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Fort Myers crews had said the driver was pinned inside the wreck early this morning. Crews had to use a hydraulic tool to get the driver out before taking them to the trauma center. Well, flames shot high into the air after a car burst into flames in Fort Myers. This happened along Dale Street near Starnes Avenue overnight. Fire crews were able to get to the fire before it caused any more damage. No word on if anyone was hurt. From your Collier County News team, crews had to clean up a fuel leak at the Naples airport. Officials say that the jet started to move while still attached to a power unit. About 10 gallons actually leaked onto the ground. Fire crews were able to contain the leak and say that nothing was contaminated.
We feel safe in the neighborhood, but after this, it kind of rattles you to the core when it's so close to home.
An online argument spilled overnight into the streets, ending with a slashed arm and 7 staples. Lee County deputies say that this woman, Solange Cabrera, was the person who allegedly slashed this victim's arm. This all started with an online argument, and then punches started flying in the streets. NBC2's Brad Hamilton is talking with neighbors today who saw what happened next. After speaking with the victim and witnesses, deputies headed back here to this residence right behind me, and that's where they found the knife that was hidden underneath the suspect's kitchen cabinet. Now, neighbors here said that they are not surprised that this neighborhood beef ended in something as serious as a stabbing. It took 7 stitches to close up the gash on the victim's arm. She doesn't want to appear on camera, still shaken up from the stabbing, but nearby neighbors are reliving what they witnessed.
14 cops.
Well, it's hard to believe, but 4 assaults on law enforcement officers in just 3 months. Collier County deputies say that a woman, Christina Williams, went on a rant so vulgar that we can't repeat any of it on TV. She then threw a cup of water onto someone standing outside her cell. Deputies say that they had to pepper spray Williams in the face to get her under control. She's now facing battery on law enforcement.
All new tonight at 6.
Oh, the sea turtle nest season is back. We're here in Southwest Florida, and we want to make sure that you know what to do when you're on the beach next time to help out these turtles. Plus, if you think the pandemic was hard for us, think about all it's toll that it's had on healthcare workers. We're talking to a healthcare professional about the COVID's impact on them.
Talk about the front line.
Hospitals and emergency rooms aren't the only medical battlefields where the battle against COVID-19 has had to be fought. In today's Destination Health, non-hospital physicians right here in Southwest Florida shared some of their stories.
Talk about the front lines of COVID-19, and your primary care provider's office might not be the first place that comes to mind. But these important healthcare workers say the pandemic is taking a toll on them as well.
The medical community in general is having to see.
Got hazardous waste? We've got the place to get rid of it right away. We're taking you to the event in Cape Coral next. And this speed bump comes with a set of teeth, where this gator was caught trying to direct traffic.
And living down here in Southwest Florida with all the waterways that we have and the beautiful lush.
People in Cape Coral had the chance to get rid of their household chemical waste today. The city, Lee County, and Waste Pro teamed up to hold the collection. Residents were able to get rid of old electronics, fluorescent tubes, pool chemicals, and other hazardous waste. City leaders say that it is important to get rid of this stuff correctly to keep the environment safe.
And living down here in Southwest Florida with all the waterways that we have and the beautiful lush horticulture, that our residents are very, very well aware that the proper disposal of this kind of stuff is critical for our environment.
Now, if you weren't able to make it to today's drop-off, don't worry. County's household chemical waste and electronics recycling facility is open Monday through Friday and the first Saturday of each month. Drivers ran into a little bit of a traffic issue along Immokalee Road overnight. This massive gator was taking a stroll across the road in North Naples and happened to just after midnight. Witnesses say the gator safely got across the road and went back into the canal. Today is the first day that for sea turtle nesting season, and the nest of the year, well, it's already been found. The Conservancy of Southwest Florida says that this loggerhead sea turtle nest was found on Keewatin Island. They placed that cage over to keep the eggs safe. Now, if you come across posts like this, keep your distance. This means that the nest is there. Remember to help the turtles' chances, fill any holes that you dig on the beach, take your trash and beach chairs with you at the end of the day, and do not use flashlights or cell phone lights at the end of the night.